I'm Eric Paslay, out here in Cleveland, Ohio tonight, rocking the House of Blues.
Eric, tell me a little bit about your career. I think I read that you grew up in Texas, and what was that like, and what drew you to singing and songwriting?
Yeah, I grew up in Central Texas. Always through my life there was music around and everything, but I really didn't start playing guitar or singing or writing until I was about 15. And just something in my heart and my dreams said go to Nashville, and moved to Nashville. I've been there 13 years and had numerous hits as a songwriter and hits as a singer now, and just having fun and getting to go to the party. It's fun.
Was there anything in particular, any musicians who influenced you in the early days that you looked up to as singers and songwriters?
I've always been drawn to songwriters, from bands to artists, but also, but that's great songs. I mean, someone wrote it. But just from growing up in Texas, we had so many signals flying through the air because it's so flat. They just went on forever. But anywhere from Rodney Crowell to the Flatlanders to Dave Matthews to Willie Nelson to Johnny Cash to Tom Petty to Bruce Springsteen to Tim McGraw, Brooks and Dunn. It just went on and on, and the more I make sense out of it, it always just came together with a great song about life and love and in a storyteller sense.
Do you remember the first song you ever wrote?
The first song I ever wrote, I wrote a poem on a piece of paper for a girl. I think I even painted it and made it look fancy. And being the creative builder that I am, and I never gave her the poem. And but I had this poem sitting around, like hidden, I'm sure somewhere. So my parents or somebody didn't find it because got to be the tough guy. You can't write poems and be tough. And then someone was like, well, songs are like poems because they rhyme. And I was like, hey, I got a poem. So that was my first song. I think it's called "I Want to Thank You." It was thanking God for making a girl so pretty.
Nice. What was it like making your debut record?
It's wild. I've been in Nashville 13 years, and when you write songs, you go make a demo, which means a demonstration. Like if you recorded this as a hit song, in theory, this is how it would go. So when I made my official first record, I felt like I already made about 100 albums, which is good because you've at least learned what you are as a singer and where you fit musically. But it's always just a cool creative process, going back in the studio, seeing what chapter's written next. And also sometimes you go in the studio and that never gets heard, and you never know why. From demos to even recordings that I had about 30 masters, which means songs that you could actually give to the public. When I first signed my record deal, none of those songs ever came out. Went back and recorded my first album, and that's kind of what launched the artist career of people knowing who I was as a singer.
What's it like being on the road as a diabetic?
It's as a diabetic. I've been a diabetic 23 years, and the hardest thing is you're trying to put on a great show, and you take up a lot of energy, and you can get on stage with a good level on your blood glucose meter doing finger pricks, and you can still go low. It's just like, dear Lord, and barely finish a show. And the last year I've gotten I'm wearing it right now. It's a Dexcom CGM continuous glucose monitor, and it goes straight to my cell phone, so I can see. It's kind of like a GPS. Like I can see if it's going kind of up, if my blood sugar level's good. It's going like crazy up, like hey, you need some insulin, or if it's like super dropping down, like you need to get sugar. And as opposed to like a finger prick on a meter. Like when I'm doing that before a show, it's like I kind of know where I am, but I don't know if I'm going up or down or whatever it is. And the coolest thing is my tour manager on the road can see it on his phone while we're playing a show. So if I'm have a blood sugar level dropping, he can just tell me, hey, go drink some orange juice, and we have a great show. The show keeps going on. No one even knew that I might have had a low blood sugar level. And the coolest thing is my wife back home in Nashville can sleep at night because she knows where my blood sugar level is when I'm in a bunk on the bus by myself when nobody even knows if I'm having a low blood sugar level. So I'm just thinking back as a kid, like my parents would have loved that. I would have gotten to go sleep over at a lot more people's houses because they could just watch from their own bed. And if I go low or if I go high, an alarm goes off and they know that I'm at that. But as a touring artist, we don't really have a set schedule. So it just really is, it's kind of just amazing the technology and diabetes that has happened, even in my lifetime as a diabetic. That is just like light years beyond even what I even imagine it being at the age I'm at now. And just grateful that I was born in a time with such great technology, and bummed that I dragged my feet so long, taking care of it and taking care of what I do on the road and giving a great show to fans.
For sure. Just one last question. I think you have a new record in the works. What's the status of it?
New record, yeah. We've been we're always working on a new record. Seems like it's called as of right now. It's called Dressed in Black. Love it. There's just a lot of references to Dressed in Black. Just a lot of big moments happen in your life when you're dressed in black. Everywhere from a graduation to getting married to, you know, famous Lou Gehrig wearing black pinstripes to a bottle of Jack to a Ramones T-shirt, all the way to a black Cadillac on your last ride home. And just kind of, I'm a deep thinker sometimes, but I think it's pretty cool. Just kind of a bad A color and also a lifetime color of so many awesome moments that happen in life. So called Dressed in Black, full of songs I love, and still seeing when the people will get to have it.
Excellent. Thank you very much.